I'm David.
What can you do, David?
I can do anything. I can play basketball whilst riding a bicycle with no crash helmet. I can make out-of-character decisions such as poisoning my crewmates for no clear plot reason. I can carry out directives which fellow cinema-goers may find distressing or poorly written, and I can continue to function after getting my head torn off by a very nasty man. Most of the Alien films are a bit crap if you stop and think about it. In most of them, for every 30 seconds of action you have about 5 minutes of crawling through corridors with nothing happening. And so I found it was much the same with Prometheus, except for some strange reason, this one has an interesting enough premise to have kept me interested throughout it. The science in the film you can't have failed but to have noticed is a bit hazy in places. Like that dodgy bit at the start where the alien melts himself down to create the human race. There's also a lot of unanswered questions in the film. Like, why did David poison Charlie for seemingly no reason? And if the moon LV-227, I think, is a weapons bunker, then why are there a load of cave paintings pointing towards it? The film luckily is rich in Giger-inspired visuals, which I couldn't help but drool at, but also, as a prequel to the Aliens films, we get to see this interesting evolution of the titular alien. It's implied, though never concretely confirmed, that the black goo is some sort of mutagenic compound, and that as life forms come into contact with it, they turn into turbo bastard mode. Like the weird cobra worm things. I mean, that was a really good idea. Oh, it looks like a cobra. It looks like it's probably going to try and kill me. I know, let's poke it. Facebook logic at its worst. For me, though, the best part of the whole thing was when I realised that the weird octopus alien thing from hell was actually a primordial facehugger. Michael Fassbender made this film. Out of all the characters, his was probably the most interesting because he pulled off the robotic nature of David so well that's not really been done in any of the Alien films before now. It's an unfortunate irony given the viral advertising campaign that's been going around recently, and which I parodied at the start of this video, that tries to emphasise that the character should be much more human than that. So I'll close on the part that most freaked me out about the film, and this probably won't come as much of a surprise to you. The alien cesarean scene. Just saying that out loud makes me realise how fucked up that is. As someone who doesn't take surgical scenes too well, having someone's stomach cut open by a robotic laser, having a writhing octopus monster from hell pulled out of her, and then have her stomach staple gunned back together in close-up shots was a little bit much for me to take. That said, I found the premise of her getting impregnated by her alien goo-infected boyfriend an interesting ploy for potential marketing, because if that and an advert for safe sex, I don't know what is. Hope to see you soon. Tough watching. Michael Fassbender made this film. Like, he didn't make the film, that was someone else, but he made the film for me. He didn't make the film for me because... you get what I mean.